I welcome you all to our today's lesson, and today we are actually going to look at what we call functions. Okay, presenting to you this video, I'm your tutor Patrick Divine. Okay, so these functions always come in paper 1, so make sure that you pay attention, watch this video to the end so that you'll be able to get the concept and use it to solve those questions that you will be given in your exam. This is for G12, grade 12, GCE, and G10 to 11. Alright, so this is the question that we are given. So it says that given that f of x is equal to x minus 4 and h of x is equal to 2x plus 3, find h inverse of x. So when you look at this, this is the inverse function that they want you to find. So now I want to show you how you can find the inverse functions as well as the composite function, which is down here, the composite function. So pay attention as we solve this question. So we are going to say solution. Okay, we are going to say solution. Then we are going to start with A. So now A, we are supposed to solve the inverse function. Now what you are going to do is, if you look at these two functions, there is this one, there is f of x, and there is what? There is h of x. So as we are looking at the function that is similar to this one, is this one similar to f of x, or is this one similar to h of x? So this, there is h, and here there is what? There is h. So we are looking at, we are comparing this. Okay, that is the one that we are going to get, this one. So we are going to get h of x is equal to 2x plus 3. That is the function that we are going to get. Now, we are going to get what we are looking for. We are going to say h inverse of x is equal to, so now we are going to say h inverse of x. We are going to get this same function, which is this side. We are going to say it is equal to 2x plus 3. Remember, if you want to find the inverse function, what we are supposed to do is to make this inverse function equal to y. Okay, we are going to make you are going to let this equal to what? To y. We are going to say let inverse of x equal to what? To y. Okay, let inverse of x equal to y. This inverse of x is equal to y. So if we say if this is equal to y, meaning that we are going to substitute this by what? By y. We are going to remove this and put y. So we are going to remove this. We are going to say this is what? Is y. Then is equal to what? We are going to go. We are going to continue with an equal sign. There is 2x plus 3. 2x plus 3. Now from there, what you are supposed to do next is to make x the subject of the formula. Is to what? To make x as the subject of the formula. So how do you make x the subject of the formula? We are going to say y. This 3 is going to come this side. We are going. This is positive. When it comes this side, it becomes negative. 3 equals to 2x. Okay. So here we want x. To get rid of x, we are going to say over 2, then over what? Over 2. Then the 2 will go. What we are going to have, we are going to have what? Here we are going to have x is equal to y minus 3 over 2. That is what we are going to have. Now, after making x the subject of the formula, we are going to get this inverse function. Okay, we are going to get this inverse function that we are trying to find. We are going to say h. Okay, so we are going to say h inverse of what? H inverse. So h inverse. So now what we are going to do here, there is what? There is x here. So we are going to get this same x here. We are going to put it, this same x, we are going to put it where? Here. That is what we are going to do. Then we are going to say equals. Okay, we are going to say equals. Then what we are going to do is this y is to change it to what? To x. That is where you are, or that is what you are supposed to do. You change this y to what? To x. Okay, then we are going to say minus. Okay, we are going to say minus 3 then over 2. That is what we are going to do, and that is your final answer. So this is your inverse function. Okay, this is your inverse function. So this is your answer to that question. So that is how you find this answer. Okay, so that is how you find the what? The inverse function. All right, so let's go on and solve the second question. Let's solve the second question. Okay, so let me just copy this answer here. So we are going to say h inverse of x is equal to x minus 3 then over 2. This, I've just copied this to there. It is just here. Okay, so now let's solve the second question. So now the second question is saying that we should find h inverse of what? Of 5. That is what we are supposed to find. That is what we are supposed to find. Now, if we look at this h inverse of what? Of 1. The inverse function of 5. This is what we are looking at. So you are going to see that this is almost similar to what? To this part here. Okay, so this is similar to that. So now there is h inverse of 1. There is h inverse. Okay, there is h inverse. So even here h inverse. But where there is 5, here there is x. Where there is 5 here, there is what? There is x. So what they are trying to say, they are saying that where there is x, we should put what? We should put 5 in the what? In the formula, in the answer that we have. Where there is x, we should put what? We should put the 5. So we are going to say equals. Here there is what? There is 5. So we are going to say 5 minus 3 over 2. So we are going to continue saying inverse, f inverse of 5. We are going to say 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3, you are going to have 2. Then 2 over 2. 2 over 2, we are going to have 1. Okay, we are going to have what? 1. So 1 is actually your answer there. 1 is your answer. So make sure that you understand how we have reached here. The most important thing I must tell you for now is you need to get the concept. Okay, when you get the concept, you'll be able to use that same concept to solve a different question for as long as it is under functions. Okay, so make sure that you get the concept and use that concept to solve other questions. All right, now let me tell you the information that I want to give you. I want to tell you that we offer online tuitions. Okay, in both mathematics and sciences. Okay, so make sure that if you want to get in touch with me, you get this number 0975334778. That is the number that you are supposed to get in touch with me. You can WhatsApp me or you can call me using that same number. I'm your tutor, Patrick Divine. So now let's go on and solve the last question that we have. The last question that we have. Okay, so the last question that we have, we are going to say C. We are looking for C, right? H f of x. Now, this question, it's actually under composite function, what we call composite functions, and most of the students fail this question. Okay, so let me make it simple for you. Let me explain it to you so that you'll be able to get it right in your exam. So now, if you look at this one, this function, this is h, okay? This is h, and the h is that function, okay? Then there is what? There is f of x. There is what? There is f of what? There is f of x. So now what you are supposed to do, you look at the function that you have here. You look at the function that is what this question is starting with. So this question is starting with function f, okay? Then followed by f of what? F of x. So you get that function which it is starting with. It is starting with what? H. So you're going to get the function which it is starting with, which is h. Okay, so you're going to say it is equal to what? It is equal to this function, okay? It is equal to this function. It is 2, and what you need to remember is that since it is having what? It is having f of x. Since it is having f of x, so where there is x in this function, make sure that you substitute or you put the function of what? F of x. That is what you are supposed to do. Make sure that in this function, where there is x, you put the function for what? F of x. That is what you're supposed to do. Let me explain it again. When you are trying to find the composite function, you look at the function that it is starting with. So it is starting with what? X, or it is starting with h. So this is the function that you have for h. Then it is having what? It is having f of x. So you get the function of what? The one that is starting with, which is h. So this is the function, okay? And where there is x, make sure that you put the function you substitute this function where there is x. I hope you have gotten that one. So now we are going to say, open bracket, where there is x, we are going to put the function of what? F of x, which is the function of f of x. F of x is saying that it is equal to x minus 4. Okay, x minus 4, and it ends there. Now you are going to continue. Since we are using this, we have just put where there is x, we have substituted by this. So we are going to continue. It's saying that there is what? A plus after x. So there is plus, then plus what? Plus 3 after x. Okay, so now we are going to continue saying 2 times x, it is going to be 2x. Then 2 times negative 4, it is going to be negative 8. Then we have plus 3. We are going to say it is equal to 2x. This, when you work out this, you're going to have negative what? Negative 5. So this is your h f of x. that is your answer. So make sure that you follow me on all the platforms, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. There are lessons there that I've done, a lot of lessons. You'll be able to benefit, and make sure that you share. Thank you for watching. I've been your tutor, Patrick Divine.